In this video, we will configure the slide layers to accompany the main screen elements for Knowledge Check 1. So we already have created the main elements here for this slide for Knowledge Check 1. So now we're going to go to the form view and we're going to add the drag items and the drop targets. So recall that the drag items are what you're going to move with your mouse, or what the learner is going to move, and the drop targets are where they're going to move it. So if you just click here where it says click to enter a choice, you'll see a list of everything that you now have created on screen, so you can then just choose what you want as the drag items. So we want to choose text box 2, which is our number 1, and then we want to choose text box 3, which is our number 2, and text box 4, our number 3. So it's really easy to do. And then over on the drop targets area, again, click, and then you can choose what you want to be the target. So for number 1, the first ball that should be thrown is oval 1. And the second one is oval 2. And the third one is oval 3. So we've now set those up. Those are done. So now if you go down here to the bottom, we can set the feedback. So feedback and branching. So let's look at this one here, correct. And it has some default text here. We are going to leave the default for now. So if you go over here to more and click on more, another box pops up here. So you can change this text if you want. I'm going to leave it. And this is where we set the branching. So branching just means where are we going to go after this correct response. So when they click next or OK or continue, whatever button pops up, where is it going to go next in our course? So if you look over here, branch to the following, we could leave it as next slide, but I like to specify it just in case. So we'll go to Knowledge Check 2 right there, and then click OK. And then another thing we want to do here, see the points? We don't really need points for these. These are just little knowledge check questions just to see if they understand what's going on. If we were doing more of a summative assessment, meaning like a test at the end of a course, then we might have points. But for this, I'm just going to take the points off and set them to 0. Okay, so now let's look at the incorrect remediation here, or feedback. So it says you did not select the correct response. So we're going to go over here to more, and we're going to modify this one a little bit. So right after you did not select the correct response, we're going to type the correct answer is shown here. And we're going to create a hyperlink for the word here, but first we have to create a new slide that we're going to hyperlink to as a lightbox slide. We're going to do that in a second, but before that, let's just make sure we set our branching here. So we'll set the branching again to Knowledge Check 2. And then click OK. So now let's go create the extra slide that we want to use to show the correct answer. So just go over here in the story view, like we've done before, and just go New Slide. And then click Title Only. So now we're creating another slide here. And this is going to be our Knowledge Check remediation slide. So let's just put in the title, and then we can come back to creating the rest of the slide in the next video. So we're going to call this Knowledge Check 1 remediation. And I'll just bold that and set the color. There we go. And now let's go back to knowledge check 1. And go back to the form view. And back to the incorrect remediation here under more. And now we're going to create a hyperlink for this word that says here. So go here and click on this little icon. The text will be here. And where we're going to jump to, so we're going to lightbox the slide to knowledge check 1 remediation, the one we just created, when the user clicks on this hyperlink. Click OK, and then OK. Okay, so we're almost done. I'm going to create one more feedback slide or layer because we want one so that they can try the question again, because we're going to give them a couple of attempts. So if you go up here to the question features here, you can see that you can have feedback by question. If you had more than one, you can shuffle it. We don't. You can score it, and attempts here. So we're going to change this to 2, and then it inserts right away a new slide layer that is called try again, and it says that is incorrect, please try again. So let's go click more there just to see what it says. So that is incorrect, please try again. And branching, we don't need branching for that because it's just going to go back to this question to let them have a second attempt. So we're good with that one. So let's now go back to the slide view. And in the bottom right corner, you can see where these layers are. Let's just click on each one so you can see what they're going to look like. These are the default designs, but you can modify them. But we're going to go with the default for this course. So you can see what it's going to look like, and then you'd click continue and it would go to the next knowledge check question. And then incorrect, that would be after your second attempt. You could click here to go see what the correct answer should look like, and then continue to move on to the next question. And then try again. When you click try again, it'll let you do the question over again. So let's go and preview this. We're going to preview the whole thing just so we can see these slide layers and everything. Let's go down to knowledge check 1 and let's try this. So let's first do it correctly. So this is actually the first ball. They would throw this one next, and then this one's the third one. Go down here, click submit. That's right, you selected correct response. Continue. Now it jumped to knowledge check 2, but we haven't created that yet. So let's go back here. So we can't try that again right now, but we can go up here and hit replay, and we can just redo this slide. So now let's do it incorrectly. And hit submit. And now it lets us try again. So now I can move these around. All right, submit. Oh, that wasn't right a second time. So it's telling me that I can go click here. So now this is hyperlink to see the answer. So this is going to be the lightbox slide, knowledge check 1 remediation, that we will create in the next video. And then continue goes to knowledge check 2. So that's all for this video. In the next video, I'll show you how to create the knowledge check 1 remediation slide, and then we'll preview it all again just to make sure everything is working.